Welcome everyone. Welcome to today's live stream. It's 8:30 and the market has blasted to the downside. We were not able to catch that move to the downside because of where it came. Our entry conditions were not met. So right now we're looking for an entry on the US 30. How's everyone doing today? All right, let's see if we get an entry. All right, we got an entry to go long on the US 30. Remember guys, this is strictly automated trading, okay? We had a rough start. We have about maybe 20% drawdown so far. So we're in our drawdown period. I don't expect this period to last much longer. So let's see if we catch that move to the upside or if the price is going to go back down. It really does not matter where the price goes. Once it goes somewhere, once we have momentum in one direction, we will see success. Sort of like price moving down and continues to move down. Or if it moves down, corrects, moves down, corrects, moves down, that will be good as well. Once it makes a certain distance or certain conditions are met, then the EA will exit that trade. It's been a while I've seen so much volatility at 8:30. Even with the CPI data, there wasn't much volatility. It did make a big move, something similar to this, but it was still dead. It's not much. Low, very low on volatility. So what came on CPI and what came now, not much of a difference. CPI was just a little bigger. And it did exactly this. It pushed down aggressively, then it went up. Then I think it came back down. It was just all over the place. Yesterday was a mess. What we want is smooth price action between 8:30 and 9 and 9:30 and 10. That's all we're looking for with this EA. A nice directional move. Not all that chop up and down type movement. And the market has been very choppy these days, especially around 8:30 and 9 and 9:30 and 10. And these are generally the most volatile parts of the day. Generally, it's the part of the day that extends, either up or down, it doesn't matter. So far, we've been getting most of those extensions from 10 o'clock. But we'll see how it goes today. It made its initial pulse and then it's kind of just stalling off. Personally, I'm expecting this market to make a move down, a bigger move to the downside. But we'll see what the market makers want to do. They're basically going to be watching orders to see where there is liquidity in the market and they're going to try to move the price to the greatest liquidity area. So that's going to be either this area here, zone C, or it's going to be somewhere down below here. We'll see what their plans are. Looks like they want to bring it down. They left a gap up here, so that means most likely they're going to want to come back to fill that gap. So let's see what they're going to do. Are they going to come down, then go back to fill that gap? The market makers, they change the price so much, so often, that it's difficult as a manual trader, especially when you're swinging, to be able to catch a directional move in a lot of cases for a certain amount of time, because once there is some sort of pattern type formation going on, that can change so much when the market's in accumulation. That's generally why breakout traders are more profitable. But even when you're a breakout trader, price can break out and just go right back to the opposite direction. A lot of fake outs. And with those fake outs, it's not necessarily that it's a fake out. We call it a fake out, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a fake out. It's just the market makers changing the formation, changing one formation into another because they noticed liquidity. And so they're going to move the price to the liquidity level. So we got that pulse, and it stalled off and left a gap, and looks like it's pushing down. Let's see if it continues to go down, or if it goes back to the upside, fill this gap, maybe get to this liquidity zone over here, or if it goes down. Wherever it chooses to go, what we want is a continued move until at least 9 a.m. Eastern Standard. Is this going to be the push back to the upside? Fill that gap? When we're trading around 8:30 and 9 and 9:30 and 10, generally we don't have a bias. With this EA, we don't have any bias. It's wherever it chooses to go, that's where the EA will be. If the price chooses to go up, we're going to be there with the price. If the price chooses to go down, we're going to be there with the price as well. The only problem is if there is no directional move, then that's where we're going to take on some drawdown or have a stagnation in profits. Sometimes we may make small profits in those consolidative type phases. It all depends on how the price action moves and where we were able to catch our entry. All right, so it's moving slowly. This already says that we can't really expect much out of this time segment because it's going to be moving slow. If it starts to go down, we may get some speed. Upside just looks a bit limited. All right, price is either pulling back or reversing right now. Right now it's in a range. It's just stagnated, not really going anywhere. The move up is starting to look likely. All right, we're moving up. Looks like we're going to fill that gap. I'd like to see price get to this level. If it gets here, that would be nice. We already hit this B zone, so this B zone is either going to push the price down or it's going to create a correction for more upside. All right, pushing up, trying to fill that gap. Are we going to fill the gap and go down, or are we going to fill the gap and continue moving up? Trying to fill that gap. All right, okay, we filled that gap. Let's see if we continue moving up or if we reverse. This could be the move for more upside. Slowing down after filling that gap, looking like it wants to reverse. Let's see what it's going to do. Is it going to go sideways and continue moving up? Since we're moving up, I'm going to expect that price needs to get somewhere around this level over here, somewhere around here, if we go up. But it looks like we're going to be rejected after filling that gap. So let's see if this is going to be a reversal or if this is going to be a sideways move. If it's a sideways move, most likely we continue moving up. We can see that there is some sort of volatility happening at this time. Price came down, went back aggressive to the upside, then pulled back to the downside. So something's happening around that level. Participation is happening at around that level. Where is that participation trying to move the price up or down? So far, it looks like it's pushing up. It's going to break that high. We needed price to come and break this high. Took out this high. So it could still be take out the high, go back down. But if it goes sideways for a while, most likely it goes up. We're just trying to forecast where the price can potentially go. It doesn't really matter. My days for forecasting price action is over. No longer need to forecast price action. With this EA, all I do is just let it do its thing. I will have some drawdown periods, yes, but overall it will be profitable. It is a very, very powerful system. When the price is choppy and consolidating, then that will be my slow period or my drawdown period. And when the price is moving aggressively in one direction, that will be my profit-making period. So it's all good. I'm going to have more profit-making periods than drawdown periods. And in a lot of my drawdown periods, it's going to be break even or close to break even. It's only going to be, from time to time, it's going to be like an actual drawdown of about maybe 10 to 20% or so. Right now we're at about 20%. And the market has been very, very choppy, very slow as well, especially in the time when it should be the most volatile and have the most momentum. See what we got? Price moved down aggressively and then price took out that entire move. Can I expect the price to come back, take out this entire move? It's highly likely. So with the Phillips Pip Profit EA, this is what it's called, the Phillips Pip Profit. With this EA, we don't need to predict where price will go. We just allow the price to move, and there are certain criteria designed to take profit or, cut the trade in a loss and open another trade. It's very, very complex in terms of how the EA was designed, but it was designed to be liquid with price. As you know, price moves in waves. So when you say waves, you're looking at liquid, you're looking at the ocean, right? So the market is as big as the ocean and you have waves in the market. That's basically how price action is. So the EA will be able to ride the waves. So when it's calm, meaning there isn't big waves. So when it's calm, it's just going to be moving sideways, right? Sideways. So with us buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling in that sideways, calm market condition, there we're going to be either breaking even or taking on some drawdown or taking on some small profits. But when the market, these waves become bigger, when these waves become big, then we start making big profits. because these waves become extended. So as soon as these waves start to become extended, we start making a lot of profit. With my liquidity map system, what it does, it shows us the areas on the chart where there is liquidity. So once we find these areas on the chart where there is liquidity, it lets us know that these are the areas where price is likely to reverse or create a accumulative phase to go to the next level of liquidity. So it's a very powerful system, works very well, both of them. Okay, guys, so the EA has closed out the trade and we were able to walk away with, let me just check, let's see here. We were able to make 35.33 on the first 30-minute segment of the day. So I'll see you guys at 9:30. Bye bye for now. Remember, like and subscribe. I'll be right with you guys.